Big development at the Supreme Court today. After two tense days of hearing, the Supreme Court granted interim bail to human rights activist Teesta Setalvad. She has been in custody for over 2 months on charges of forgery and falsification of evidence in relation to the 2002 Gujarat Riots investigations. Retired Justice Khanvilkar's judgment from last June, upholding the clean chit given to key Gujarat Riots accused, was quoted in the FIR for Ms. Setalvad's arrest. In this judgment, Justice Khanvilkar repeated Solicitor General Tushar Mehta's view that Setalvad must be tried for conspiracy to keep the pot boiling. 2 months later, CJI Lalit appears to be taking the court in a different direction. The quick hearings and fast disposal in this case, for one, show a shift in the court's attitude. In the past, the court has been easily convinced to grant long adjournments in sensitive cases, often at the request of the Solicitor General. This time, however, Mr. Mehta, representing the state of Gujarat, faced a volley of tough questions from the bench. CJI Lalit asked why the Gujarat High Court granted the state government 6 weeks to respond to Ms. Setalvad's interim bail plea. According to him, this was an excessively long amount of time during which the accused would have to remain in custody. The bench also asked how many days Ms. Setalvad was interrogated while in police custody and what the police found through the questioning. The court's concern was clear. Keeping Ms. Setalvad in custody any longer would likely not help the investigation in any way. S.G. Mehta tried a range of strategies to convince the court to keep Teesta in custody. First, he argued that the Supreme Court would set a dangerous precedent if they interfered today. The SC usually sits out of proceedings while they are pending at the High Court, he suggested. Second, he argued that Ms. Setalvad's crime was serious. He alleged that she had conspired to ensure that over 70 people would wrongly be given the death sentence in relation to the riot's violence. Eventually, however, the court was unconvinced by Mr. Mehta's arguments. What now? Teesta will be released on bail tomorrow, September 3rd. She must surrender her passport and fulfill any bail requirements that the High Court sets for her. However, the Supreme Court only granted interim bail today. This means that Ms. Setalvad will be free until the Gujarat High Court decides her pending bail application.